And I thought I ate something wrong, so I was like putting coconut oil all over it. Like thoughts and prayers. Yeah, like not 6-degree burns, but you know, the hard ones. The ones that you don't want. Yeah, like some comedians, they do roast battles, and I'm like, nah, I just roast myself. Luckily, I'm okay, right? Like, it all healed up, I'm fine, like, not even a scar except for on my insides, because that was really terrifying and not fun. Like, a less severe mistake I made, and it should have just been a regular thing. I went to the gym, and then I leave the gym, you know? But there's, like, a parking garage thing, and the ticket, and then, so I told them, I said, I can't find my ticket. And they're like, well, you need to find the ticket if you want to leave. And I'm like, well, I can't find my ticket, you know. And then they're like, well, look for it. And usually, like, because my mom taught me, like, if you tell them, like, what you want, like, really loudly and threaten to never come back, that they'll do it, like, they'll fix it for you, right? But no, they're like, look for the ticket. And I'm looking, and I went everywhere, like, even to the little bike that I remember sitting on and crying as I was watching a YouTube video that was really way too sad to be watching at the gym. No ticket. And I'm like, is this my life? Like, I can't ever leave the gym, I'm here forever. Never gonna get my car out, I'm stuck here, I'm gonna have to Uber to go run my errands. Like, luckily I live close by, and I'm like, you know, panic attacks. And luckily mine usually happen with an audience. And the people at the gym, they're like chill. So I'm like, I can't find my ticket, I need to leave, and I'm never gonna come back here. And they're like, okay, so do you want to cancel your membership? And I'm like, right now, I do. And they're like, okay, I just signed this form. And I'm like, why aren't you like fixing it for me? Somehow I left. And right when I was like pulling out, I knew, like I just felt it. You know when you know that you kind of didn't do it right? I like fell down to the side in between the seat, and there was the ticket. It's me, right? It's just me living my life. Just living my life, you know. You ever take a personality test and they're like, whoa, one at a time. Please. So yeah, I have a lot of allergies too. Allergic to like commitment and prophylactics, listening. And I'm actually allergic to alcohol, which stinks because it's very fun. It's a good lubricator of the. I'm loose enough though. Like, I mean, like not like that. I'd rather be picky than sticky. Like that's the thing. Like all I've seen for years, because I'm like, there's someone that's like stable and like hot. Like, come on. And there it is. Oh, I'm gonna tell one more funny story, and then I'm gonna get the show on the road. I'm not gonna want to stop, but okay. So I recently decided to put myself out there and try Tinder. Like a lot of no's, but then I'm actually like, okay. Yeah. And I got one, right? Like I got one, and I was like, fuck yeah, and I was going, and I was like, okay, I gotta chill, because I have to maintain my energy, so I ate slow, like I took my time while I was eating, and then I took a shower, and I tried not to run to the car, just go, just walk regular, like you're fine, but excited, because, like, coming feels really good. And like, that's what Tinder's for, right? Yeah, I know it. I picked the right one. So, I was there, I was like 10 minutes, and I was like, it says 10 more minutes, and then, I'm like, what's going on? There's like children with like little bags of candy. I'm like, it's not fucking Halloween. I know it's not. The traffic's going real slow, and I'm like, why are there people in their front lawn, like sitting there, like waving and cheering? And I'm like, I'm in a parade. Yeah, I was in a fucking parade, and it took an extra 10 minutes. Ugh, that's not cool. I know, like, Mercury's about to go retrograde, but but fuck her. Like, don't do that. Like, don't. You ever in a hurry and think that you get stuck kind of praying? Yeah. All right, we're gonna move on. We're gonna have fun. Are you excited for this? Yeah. Oh. Thank you. My name's Brooke. Brooke Makes Fun. If you want to follow me on stuff, and then at Brooke Makes Come on the OnlyFans. I always gotta throw one in at the end, right? All right, our first comedian. He's a transplant. He was there and then there and then there. I'm not gonna ruin some of his jokes because I think he might talk about it. But he's here in Omaha, and he's been coming to my open mics and really putting in a lot of work. He has great energy and a pretty hot wife. So, everyone, please put your hands together for Brent Bradley.
What's up, Backline? A good-looking crowd tonight. Out in 2021. 2020's over. Did you guys have a crappy 2020?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. Traveled around a lot. I'm so happy to be back in the Midwest, where we're nicer than everybody else.
Yeah.
I think there's a term for that, right? They call us, what do they call us? Midwest nice, right? That's what they call us? But we're nice to your face, and we judge the shit out of you as we walk away. It's great. So in the past few years, I've been in Austin, Texas, Spokane, Washington, Denver, Colorado most recently, right? And it was nice. The second I got off my flight in Omaha, walked off the plane, and the first thing I saw is this just like sweet little old lady. She looks at me and she's like, "Would you like a Werther's original?" Fuck yeah, Grandma. Are you kidding? I haven't been able to accept candy from a stranger in years. You can't even really trust grandmas in Denver. Because they may be 86 or they may be 26. They just hit a lot of rage and then some lot. I'm not sure. I took a Werther's original from from a grandma in Denver once, and I just woke up 24 hours later, naked and moist in a dumpster, and not wet, moist. It's a distinct difference, and not like the good moist, right? Like chocolate cake or WAP. That'd be okay. No, like the bad moist. Like you're at Grandpa's house and you're trying to be nice, you pick something up for him, you realize it's his handkerchief he hasn't washed in 60 years. Gross, right? But being out in Denver, I didn't get drugs just given to me as often as I expected to. I was pretty disappointed about that. But I realized that my high expectations were because of the DARE program. You guys remember the DARE program? God. To resist drugs and violence, right? Which as a child sounded like super cool because I come from a small white town, right? So I was like, oh no, resist drugs and violence. And now I'm older and you can fucking pick one, right? Like, just one. Like I can resist violence and get high and watch cartoons all day. Okay, that I can do. Or I can resist drugs and just punch stupid people in the face all day. That's fine. It was one or the other. And then they had that stupid mascot, Darren. You guys remember Darren the Lion? Fuck that guy. He seemed like the type of kid that would have turned you in on the playground in 3rd grade for having a Playboy. Ruining all your fun. Now, you guys remember Cecil the Lion? Yeah, Cecil the Lion. For those of you that don't remember Cecil the Lion, about 5 years ago, a weird white dentist shot Cecil the Lion in Africa, right? And he was like the mascot of the Serengeti. Okay? It's beautiful, majestic. He's a fucking lion, right? A wild one. And he shot him. And I was like, that sucks. I wish I could have found that guy and been like, will you shoot Darren the Lion instead? Right? Because at least, like, Cecil sounds like he'd be cool to hang out with. Like, Cecil would have come to Denver, hiked a mountain with me, got up to the top, hit a blunt, and said, like, deep shit to me. He's smoking, and like, Cecil, you know what's crazy? I never knew my birth dad. And he just looked at me and be like, yeah, you know what's crazier than that? Once, I watched my uncle throw my dad off a cliff and he got trampled by wildebeest. Wait, what? You're fucking Simba? Are you kidding? That's amazing! And I like shook my head a little bit, and I looked a little bit closer, and I realized I was just talking to a stray tabby cat. And I was naked and moist in a dumpster. You can't trust Omaha grandmas either. She was from Council Bluffs, Will. So yeah, I've been traveling around a lot. And then in Denver, Midwest nights, taking that with you can get you in trouble sometimes. So, you know, as we were instilled when we were younger, don't make people feel bad about themselves, be nice to their face at least, right? So we're out at this nice dinner in Denver, and me and my wife and some friends, after we're done, I walk them back to their car, and I'm walking back to my car alone, which if we're going to talk about equality, ladies, seems like a pretty raw deal to me. But anyway, I'm walking to my car alone, and there's nothing but brick wall on this side, a street on this side. And I took a step, and I blinked, and I opened my eyes, and there was a fucking homeless guy in front of me. And a little out of breath, like he'd been chasing me for years to let me know my car warranty was expired. And this guy, like, pops out in front of me and just looks at me and goes, "I'll suck your dick for $10." I was like, oh, wow. Like, my first instinct was, that's really cheap. Way cheaper than the dinner I just paid for. And then my second thought was, oh shit, don't be mean to this guy. And so I just look at him and I can't think of what to say. And he's like, I don't have any cash. Just like insinuating I was down for the weird homeless blowjob. I just didn't have the capability to take care of it. Yeah. But homeless people are getting more resourceful. Because he pulled out an iPhone. I was like, well, I got Venmo, man. Cool. It costs a lot more than $10 to treat chlamydia, just so you know. So, like I said, I'm married. My beautiful wife is here tonight. And well, she deserves that. If she puts up. And so we've been together for a few years. And we were both in the medical field at one time, right? So, like, I never got a lot of super sexy texts to begin with, but I'm getting a lot less super sexy texts now. Like, in the last week, like, I've had, hey, my patient's gamer tag is mucus for lube, texted to me. It's not wrong, if you think about it. And then, also, the term rectal abscess was in a text. So, like, not a lot of titty pics coming after that, right? So, like, I feel bad about it, but I had to go out and I had to get some side pieces. Because I need some excitement. She's here. You can laugh. It's okay. And so I went out and I had to get some side pieces. I'm not proud of it, but I needed some excitement. Now I get to wake up to super sexy text messages, right? I got to wake up in the morning and I grab my phone and I look back and I make sure she's still asleep. I open it and it says, "Are you craving something hot?" For sure. Well, I might have something to satisfy your craving. Every morning the Domino's manager gives me a huge my other side pieces are McDonald's and Wendy's. Really gets me through that stuff. Like, speaking of texting, I don't understand women. Men, I think it was time to admit that women multitask better than we do, right?
Yeah.
Probably not gonna be a lot of argument there. But like, let me give you, like the other day, we're on our way to Target, and I look over, my wife's driving, and she's driving with her knee, okay? And she's rocking out with a Starbucks in one hand, and just viciously roasting a Karen on next door on her phone in the other hand. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? How are you driving right now? Like, I don't understand how you guys do it. Like, the other day, I took my daughter to school and forgot to drop her off. I just ended up at Home Depot looking at hammers. Weird. And then I'm getting out of the car, and from the back seat I hear, "Are we not But shit! And you can't look stupid in front of your own kids, right? So I'm just like, no, we're not going to school today. Did I ever tell you that? Oh yeah, no, we're not going to school today. We're going to buy a hammer and then we're going to Funplex. That's what we're doing. Don't tell your mom. So now I go to Funplex. Sucks, right? Any parents in the room? You? Alright. Well, that's good. So the whole point of that kind of stuff, right? Is to make memories with our kids, right? I'll be a good dad. I'll make memories with my daughter. So I take her to Funplex. I made it up one slide. And I was like, we're making memories from the ground the rest of the day, baby girl. Better enjoy this slide. Get me a floaty. We're going to the wave pool. That was how I first realized I was starting to put weight on again. Starting to get a little fat. Couldn't make it up the slides anymore. My second reason that I figured that out was actually my wife. Yeah. You know, doing those things that wives will do, right? Like she'd wake up, she'd like pat my stomach and rub it just a little fucking harder than she should. An extra jiggle just to make a point. Or like she would lay out an outfit for me. She knows damn well I don't fit in anymore. And then make me explain why I don't want to wear it. I don't want to wear that. Why? But the last way I figured it out was probably the most embarrassing. Because I got winded masturbating. Ooh. That's a fucking wake-up call, isn't it, guys? Son of a bitch. And what do we got? We got one move. It's just this. It's just an arm motion. Right? I mean, we got this one, too. And if we get tired or we have time, we'll sit on it a little bit. So it goes numb, right? Give yourself the old shifty stranger. Women, y'all gotta be in shape to masturbate. I respect y'all. Because like with one hand, you gotta hold that like jackhammer thing, right? Whatever it is. And then like with the other hand, you gotta like pretend you're a DJ, right? Watch porn, I know what that looks like. And you gotta do all that with your eyes closed while thinking about Jason Momoa. And then it hit me. That's why y'all multitask so much better than we do. Been practicing since you were 13. Ladies and gentlemen, I've been Brett Bradley. Have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, I really do. And I'd be like, baby, because my husband is 17 years clean, sober, and all that. And I was like, yeah. What the fuck was I talking about? I mean, he's like, what do you mean? He's like, You don't remember? Motherfucker, you know I don't remember. Just tell me what the fucking joke was I said so I can write the shit down for the show. He's like, alright, let me think. But my mom is here. And I support her. She's a bowling fiend. She goes to the Nationals every year, sometimes on TV. And so I'm at the bowling alley with her earlier, you know, and I'm watching these badass motherfucking kids. There was this little motherfucker, he was like a thug. He had braids going back. He had beads on the end, no shirt, gold chain, and he this damn tall, you know? And I was like, somebody come get your motherfucking kid. And he just terrorized in the bowling alley. You know what I'm saying? He rode up on me. I thought he was gonna start talking shit. I was like, motherfucker, I cuss kids out too. And he was like, come get you some. Come get you some, son. I ain't fucking with you like your mama. I got something for you. But, you know, me and my husband rode past, I lived in Louisiana for like 8 years. I'm a retired chef. And I cooked down there for 8 years. So I came back home and me and one of my dearest friends, we were friends since 14 and 15. And now we're 50 and 51, and we're going on our 5-year anniversary on the 23rd. And I comes home and we get an apartment. Everything looked good when we tore through it. It's like, what you think, sweetie? Yeah, we can do this. I'm like, yeah, we'll fucking work it out. And it's all good. As soon as we moved in this motherfucker, I seen a couple people that shouldn't have been there. So I said, hey, you got, I'm seeing roaches up in here. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna take care of it. So I said, okay, I'm gonna entrust in you because you need to get this shit exterminated. I thought that was done before we moved in. So this particular motherfucker gives me a can of Raid, set it in my door, and I heard somebody in my door open the door. He said, good luck. I said, ain't this about a bitch? We might have planned for the exterminator. We might have planned for it. Because I was like, I'm not going to live like this. I mean, I've seen a couple critters. It's your shit. You should pay for it. That motherfucker said, here's a couple cans of Raid. Good luck, my girl. I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. Not at all. Now, this is a question for everybody. This is our participation question. Who out here has, like, the dopest best friend? I mean, best friend. I'm talking about that bitch got your back. That motherfucker got your back. That's your ride or die, right?
Yeah.
It's your ride or die, right? I thought I had that too. I thought it did. Everybody know my homegirl special, you know. We've been friends since like 5 and 6, and we're 49 and 50 now. And I have some health problems, you know. So I have good days, I have bad days. She happened to keep catching me where I was like, bitch, I wish a motherfucker would. And she was like, I want to go look at some David bridals. I want to go to South 24 to the Mexican stores and find me a wedding dress. And I said, look. And I mean, she kept pushing the issue. Now, bitch, you getting aggressive. I don't like nobody to press me. No motherfucking body. I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't press me. Because it can be whatever the fuck you want it to be that day. I ain't that goddamn sick. So, I finally got tired of it and I said, hey, what's going on? How soon are y'all planning on getting married? She says, well, to keep it real, sis, we was talking about 2025. I said, bitch, you just stressing me? Fucking with me? everybody has somebody in their family that's fucked up, right? Y'all ain't got shit on me. Y'all know my story. None of y'all know this fucking story. This some lifetime bullshit. And every goddamn day I'm calling my mom for therapy. I'm like, Mom. She's like, happy Saturday. I'm like, she's like, what's going on? I'm like, But every day it's a happy something. She keeps joy and spark in my life. Gotta love her. You know, if I say, hey Mom, I'm doing groovy, she's like, hey, what's out there now? But then I come with her, I'm like, Mom, there's some good stereo people. And she's like, that's your family. I said they were yours first. She was comforting me like that. Let's not do that. We're not gonna do that. Not at all. I promise. So we're at the bowling alley, and I smoke cigarettes. I'm about to try quitting. If the shit don't go right, you will see me on MSNBC, Good Morning America, Cox, Fox. Some more shit you ain't never heard of. Gonna be like, this bitch right here. Right here. But what ended up happening is, I seen this little, I go to the restroom when I come back, and my mom is bawling her ass off. I'm like, she's striking up some shit. Go girl. And my husband, Drew says, hey, this little girl, he said, I don't know who the fuck she belonged to, but I had to tell him who this little girl belonged to. She done took somebody's purse. And she about this tall. She done took a motherfucking purse. And this motherfucker dishing them ones. Like she been at the casino with her motherfucking grandma. You understand? Get it in. There was no mistaking, no fumbling, none of that shit. She looked like she been doing this shit for a long time. Like maybe older than her years. And come find it was the mom's purse. And she says, I want to play the game. See, the difference between kids of today and kids of when I'm 50, so I was a 70s baby. The big difference is my mom will drop your ass where you stand. If you want it right now, motherfucking we can get it right now. When they take care of your motherfucking ass, when they buy your clothes, when they feed your motherfucking ass, and they deal with your nasty ass attitude, then they can tell me something. Until then, I'm kicking your ass. Then they can take it. I said, well, I might as well gonna get this ass too. I ain't trying to go to strangers, Mom. Let's do what we do. No, my mom was great. She was very patient. She still hasn't answered a question that has been dying. I've been dying to know this, and she hasn't answered it, and I hope before our lives are over, she'll give me a fucking answer. I said, anything I ask her, she got an answer. She's patient. And I was a curious child. I had a million fucking questions every goddamn day. Only time she got a break was when I was at school. I come home, and it's on. My brother would be like, can you tell her to shut up? Tell her to be quiet, Mom. And she's like, she's just fine. She's just a baby. Mike like, fuck that shit. And he was 7. I'm tired of your child, Mama. I'm tired of your child. She's not learning fast enough. Because my brother's a genius. You know what I mean? He taught himself 6 languages by 7th grade. Okay, that's what I was doing. But because I wasn't quick as him, he had a problem and complained to my mom and felt the need to torture me into it. You know, her and my dad be at work. This is when we were older. It was legal to leave our ass alone, you know? Back then, it's like, don't you open that motherfucking door. So, answer that goddamn door. Okay, if it ain't me or your dad, you better not answer that motherfucking door. I'm calling the job. Mama, is Aunt Tina at the door? And she be like, man, fuck Tina. Keep your ass in that motherfucking house. Did you get your chores done after you got home? Because when me and your dad get home, if it ain't, I'm gonna whoop your ass away. I'm like, how do you whoop somebody? Mike, we gonna have to clean the house before Mama get home. But he was a pyromaniac. He really was. Mom's like, how are you running through all this hairspray? And I'm like, well, Michael took it and he took a lighter and a hairspray and he made a torch, Mom. And she was looking at me like, who the fuck you talking to? She was like, you're too young for this shit. I mean, he's 10. What the fuck he gonna do with that? Oh, that's the same motherfucker that taught himself 6 languages. You go figure it out. But I honestly, I have to contribute to my mom because I grew up in a house full of laughter. My mom is hilarious, even to this day. So we're at the bowling alley earlier, and I don't do what she do. I drink my beer to get the full fucking effect. Mama drinks water with her beer to dilute some bullshit. That's on you, homegirl. That ain't me. My husband, he drinks a lot of water too. He'll run through them little bottles, them little cases. And he was like, I know one thing, I ain't gonna die dehydrated. I'm like, you want something mad at me, motherfucker? The legs on my chest, there's water and beer too, my God. And my mom was like, yes, I stay dehydrated too. I bet you one thing, I won't be a dehydrated bitch. I won't be a thirsty bitch. My mom drinks like literally a ton of water a day. This is why she looks so youthful and so beautiful, you know? But, who out here has a baby mama?
This one.
This one's for you, real quick. Okay. Do you get along with that motherfucker?
Nope.
Okay, I got a remedy for you motherfuckers.
Okay.
It's called baby mama. Take that bitch to the ring. You got a problem with baby mama? You don't want to get along with the new girl? You don't want to get along with the other baby mama? Take that shit to the ring. Wear gloves, cause I don't want to be responsible saying I said don't do this shit. Don't do it. On the strength of Kiki, but I suggest you look that bitch ass. Y'all have a good night.
Question you're all asking now is like, do you love me? Yeah, I do, girl. And you're never gonna leave. I think that's what it is. Oh my goodness, are we having a fun night, everybody? This mic is on fire. Whoa. Yeah, we're good. We're having fun. We're having a good time. We got 2 more comedians. Yeah, without ruining anything at all, it's about to get really, really hot in here. Everyone, please put your hands together for Nate Prusha!
Don't let that fool you. Don't worry, I'm not keeping this pyro, brother. I got that hairspray and a lighter in this bag, I promise. Before I get to any of that, I gotta ask real quick. Anybody in here just not complain about stuff when you go places? Like, you get bad food and you just sit there and passively, aggressively eat it? Because you don't want to come across as a Karen or a Jeff? That's how I ended up with this fucking pissed off military dad haircut. She's so cute and she sits and massages my head while she shampoos it for 15 minutes. How am I supposed to complain after that, right? I don't want to be that guy. I did a lot of dumb stuff when I was younger. I think most people did, right? But like I did things that should have killed me. What I'm trying to say, guys, I friend zoned death a long time ago. Now I'm ready to settle down. That bitch doesn't want me anymore. That's only a joke. If I was that ready to settle down, I just wouldn't have got vaccinated. I'm really trying to be a pro-vaccine voice. Like, you should get it. Just from the doctors that I've trusted for years telling me, I think you should get it. Problem is, I got back with my wife around the time I got the vaccine. I'm not saying there's a connection, I'm just saying you can't be too sure. We've been married a while, had some rough spots, Guess this next thing ties into that. I got a little life advice for you. Everybody knows you don't go to the grocery store hungry, right? Don't go to the sex shop horny either. Bad deal. Walked in there a couple weeks ago. I walked out with over $500 worth of stuff. And everything, the whips, the chains, the letters, the boots, the cosplay stuff, the edible underwear, the butt plugs, aid beads, dildos, vibrators, all of it.
All of the above.
And that's not even counting the stuff we got for her. I guess I'm going to go ahead and move this along here. I'm starting to get nervous.
Front row.
This has nothing to do with the angels. All I can say is it's about to get pretty unpleasant in here. For me, not you, I promise.
Oh no.
Anybody ever heard of the one chip challenge?
What is that?
Let me explain real quick. One chip. It says you're next. Warning, do not eat it if you're sensitive to spicy foods, allergic to peppers, nightshades, or capsaicin, or are pregnant or have any medical conditions. Keep out of reach of children. After touching the chip, wash your hands with soap and do not touch your eyes or other sensitive areas. Pay close attention to that when it matters, trust me. Also says you should seek medical assistance should you experience difficulty breathing, fainting, or extended nausea. I don't have good medical insurance. If I pass out up here, don't call an ambulance. I did this last year on stage with 2 other guys, did the one chip challenge. This year it's supposed to be a little hotter. Last year the one chip didn't touch me. So I decided I needed to step it up. They're not going to be kind and both open at once, so this will take a second. I feel like I'm trying to open a fucking condom here. I've watched a lot of videos of this over the last couple of years. the 1 chip challenge. I've never seen the 2 chip challenge. So I've got a little less than 10 minutes left up here. I'm gonna eat these and see if I can make it through the rest of my stuff without dying. Or reaching for the cartons of milk in my bag there. Somebody say a prayer for me.
I got you. You the man.
Yummy!
About that life. At least I thought you would.
Go Nick! Last year I know sold that shit. They definitely did better this year. Oh God. How many people are wondering why I do stupid shit like this right now? I need a bigger mouth that didn't fit, not touch the side of my lips. That's fucking painful. Let me try to explain real quick. I have a bit of a tough guy complex. Holy shit. Yeah. See, not only am I a 5.5 foot tall ginger guy, so I have to have that tough guy side to keep from getting fucked with.
Right. Get him, Nick.
But I was raised in a pack of women. Problem is, I absorbed a lot of estrogen via osmosis. So at a certain point in life, they actually diagnosed me as being bipolar. They realized a couple months later I was misdiagnosed. I actually just had the hormonal imbalance of a woman that's about 34 weeks pregnant. Oh, that milk is sounding good right now. Oh, I haven't had anything make me cheer like that one time. I grow ghost peppers and Carolina Reapers and eat them like candy. Just kind of precursor this, and I gotta admit I did. I'm good for now. There's a key in here. I don't have time to open it up and read it, but it's something like if you make it 5 minutes, you're a pussy. Whatever you want to call it.
Cry it out.
If you make it an hour, you're like a hot sauce heavyweight, a champion. And I won't take anything less than that. The fun part about this is I don't even have to smoke any weed tonight. I'm on this capsaicin high right now. Ride it out. Something else I've done with my tough guy complex. I trim trees for a living. I climb around a tree hanging from a rope and playing with chainsaws. Tough guy shit, right? A lot of people get mad at me for doing this. But, you know, it's not like I don't feel bad for the trees. Like the other day, I was feeding one with a wood chipper. I did that. I felt so bad. I asked my coworker, I said, hey man, you ever hear these things screaming as they're going through there? And he took it up and said, Max, you doing okay today, Nate? So yeah, man, I guess I gotta quit eating shrooms before I come to work. I do have a lot of tough guy fantasies though.
Right on, boo.
Like,
Right on.
I really want to wrestle a cougar someday. I'm not talking about older ladies. I did enough of that in my early 20s. Like I actually want to fight a mountain lion. hear there's this jogger last year in Colorado got attacked by one. He fought back and killed the thing. Come out pretty much unscathed. This is a tall, skinny jogger. I'm a tough guy tree trimmer. I got a chance.
With a chainsaw.
With or without the chainsaw, I'll give you a little credit here. So here's the thing though, even if I don't have a chance, even if this thing does kill me, that's the worst that could happen. I've wanted to be dead for like 20 years anyways. Who cares? I won't go into any more depressing stuff. I save that kind of talk for people that really don't care. Close friends and family. Yeah, I'm cheating and looking at my nose. That fucking capsaicin high got me. Part of being raised by women, that also leads to the other problem is that I grew up really poor. I'm a single mother family. It's not that uncommon. I'm not talking like we had to go to Gorman's for our Nikes poor. Or my mom paid lot rent on the home she owned poor. I'm talking like my bed was just a mattress on the floor in the subsidized rent apartment. And I was grateful to have that after we spent the 1995 National Championship Husker game watching them win from a homeless shelter because Mom and Grandma got into it in the first quarter, and that's where we ended up for the rest of the night. That kind of poor. I'm not really proud of it. I'm just not too ashamed to admit I was born with the KFC fork in my mouth. We couldn't afford to eat at KFC, but one of Mom's boyfriends would steal a case of them when he got tired. I'm trying to trade the Colonel Secret recipe for $25 in an 8-ball. Gotta let him go, man. No, but really though, we were pretty poor. Like, in my neighborhood, I was 15 years old, right? Wanting that thing that every kid thinking about for their 16th birthday. Getting a car, right? In my neighborhood, you didn't get a car for your 16th birthday unless Mom was dating one of the local drug dealers. Or maybe she was willing to trade that pink slip for a pink slip. My mom was better than that. She was actually going back to nursing school at the time. So this fed my dream, right? I'm thinking she's going to meet some rich doctor, scientist type. He's going to work in a lab, curing diseases. You know, the people we really should be trusting these days. I was wrong about that, though. I was half right, I guess, because she did meet a guy around that time. And he did work in a lab. That's right, he didn't cure diseases, he just is one. It was a meth lab for those few of you that didn't get it. See, I got one more story quick here. Something happened to me earlier today I'll leave you with. I was on my way down here tonight when I got stuck behind this RV doing like 45 miles an hour in the fast lane on the interstate. So like a lot of people, I started road raging a little bit. You know, nothing too bad. Like I'm just bobbing my head like he's actually going to see me. Like, come on, motherfucker, move it. Start throwing up the birds left and right. Of course, the guy doesn't see me from his RV, but the cop behind me did. I was crapping myself. I had to think real quick on my feet there. Yeah, so as he walks up to the window, I just start bobbing my head even harder. What's up with this? Yeah. So why are you road raging, man? I said, I'm not road raging. I have Parkinson's and sign language. Obviously, I made it here tonight, so he let me go. Only problem is now I'm 100% sure I'm getting Parkinson's. That's all right, I made it.
sucks. And then I'm like, yeah, let's just cheer me on. I'm gonna get it. I get road rage. All right, we got one more. Our headliner. You ready? Woo! He's got a little, well, it's actually kind of a big ukulele. So we're in for a treat. Actually, they go by they. So put your hands together for Kevin Michael.
Thank you very much for coming out tonight, everybody. Hey, girl. I just want to reassure you guys, if I cough at any point tonight, it's not because I have COVID, it's because I have weed. So don't worry, I'm just extremely high right now. It's great. I love it. This first song that I'm going to sing for you is about loss and chips and suffering. It's called An Ode to Snow. Snow is like an awful boyfriend because he gives you blue balls. And when you're near a crowd of people, he makes you slip and fall. He makes your nipples get all harder and people laugh at you. And your parents hope he's white this Christmas and also not a Jew. Not really on speaking terms with my parents. Guys, I also want to educate you on the dangers of marijuana usage too. Don't get high and then make dinner. Cause you'll cut your fucking thumb like a goddamn idiot the night before you have to do a comedy show. Make the dinner first and then get high. That's the correct order. You'll also avoid snacking on your meal as you're making it if you get high afterwards. A little bit about me. If you cannot tell by the lace crop top that I'm wearing, I am gay! Fun fact, I had decided gay terms and agreements when I came out of the closet. What the fuck was that? I gotta fulfill 2 stereotypes every year? Look, I just chose Mike's Hard Lemonade and yes, I got. So, the crop top is a personal choice. That wasn't part of my contract, but I'm cute as fuck. So, if you are not a part of the Alphabet Mafia, you would think that a group of people that's wanting to be accepted by society as a whole would be very accepting of each other.
No.
Not always the case, though. There is a certain group of men within the gay community that are militantly masculine, would not be caught dead with me. They only like to hang out with other masculine guys. They don't like to hang around feminine guys or, you know, whatever. So this song is an ode to those men. And if you don't know, in their Grindr profiles or Tinder, for you goddamn gross-ass breeders out there, fucking straights, Jesus. They'll put this tagline, mask for mask, masculine for masculine. Here we go. my manliness intact. Mask for mask, but I also need a big dick in my ass. No homo, of course. For mass. I don't want any drama or any sex. Mass. For mass. If you say then I'll pass. 'Cause I'm stuck in this closet. There's far too many locks. But maybe I can free myself if I suck enough cocks. And I'm scared of what may happen and what people may say if I'm caught being sodomized and people somehow think I'm gay. So I try my best not to act like every other faggot. For example, whenever I post a kid selfie online, you can bet that I was always tagged. Hashtag mask. Bow, 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 bow. Oh, 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 Daddy. I mean, I guess your dick feels nice. Oh shit. Oh shit, guys, this is fucked. Let's do this. Mask for mask. You are gay, 'cause you like arts and crafts. Mask for mask. No, I'm not gay, I'm just like my ass. Mask for mask. Master mask. Master mask. No homo. Wow, I've never come so hard that I changed the tuning on my guitar before. That's fucking insane. Holy shit, guys. But you know what? It's alright. It all worked out in the end. And now my anxiety's gonna be remembering that for the next 5 weeks. Guys, I have started referring to myself as mattress lately, because I'm awkward and a little heavy. But not like so heavy that you couldn't carry me by yourself if you had to, but honestly it's just way easier to do it with 2 people. And I'm not like super socially awkward or anything, but more like awkward in the sense that when you do decide to replace me after 5 years of sleeping together, I sit outside your house by the curb and watch you with the rest of the fucking garbage, Nathan! Fucking chips. Guys, I have depression, and I also write poetry, and I'm gay. So you may refer to me as Edgar Allan Homo if you want. Either that or Edgar Allan Ho. Trying to decide if I want to be labeled as a slut or a gay slut, I'm not quite sure. Guys, I'm gonna read some poetry. What should I do? What should I do? You know what? You've inspired me. I'll do limericks. There's these dirty limericks. I found a book of 1,000 dirty limericks. And it was like written in the fucking early 1900s, so it was great. I'll give you an example. There once was a woman named Alice who used dynamite as a phallus. They found her vagina in North Carolina and her asshole in Buckingham Palace. So that's what we're working with here. I decided, hey, it's 2020. I should write new dirty limericks. Well, here we go. There once was a young man named David who had to sign an affidavit. The subject, you ask, that the taste of his ass is as tasty and good as I've stated. Now, my friend David, I've eaten his asshole. You may know just from around the community. A woman named Rachel Ware had sex but would charge you a fare. She charges $1, a small fee for a fuck, and yet she's a billionaire. Okay, this next one I have to do in a Jersey accent. I'm so sorry if you're from Jersey. There once was a girl named Michaela, whose ass was as big as a trailer. Once she swam in the sea with some big manatees and was speared by some Japanese sailors. What is this performance right now?
Amazing.
Thank you. This is my favorite one. Not because everybody gets it, and that's why. There once was a woman named Mora, whose vulva resembled some flora. She fucked a blind painter, who decided to paint her, last name O'Keefe, first name Georgia. She fucked Georgia O'Keefe, guys. That's the joke. Sometimes I find myself asking the tough questions in life, like, am I gay? Obviously, yes. But it took me a while. Sometimes I'm even like, are angels just ghosts that have smoked a lot of weed? Angels we have heard. Or even like, would rabbits enjoy anal beads, or would it just feel like a normal poop to them? That kind of shit keeps me up at night. I came up with a new sex position recently. It's called the 96. So essentially what it is it's two straight guys that decide to experiment sexually with each other. So they start off 69, and then they both come in each other's mouths at the exact same time, flip over, curl up into the fetal position, and question all of their life choices. There's not a category for it on Pornhub yet, but I'm fighting for it, guys. If you wanna, I'll tell you, if you wanna get laid, one thing you never wanna do is take a date out to dinner and pick the gift card. And then have the waiter bring back said gift card and tell you that there's nothing left on it. So you hand in your debit card. And then he comes back again and tells you it was declined and then your date has to pay for it. So learn from my mistakes, guys. I was fucking cockblocked by my mom, Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do some more poetry. Would you guys like that?
Yeah.
This one is, fun fact, I actually wrote while I was in Hawaii. And it's called Come Where It Shouldn't Be. Once upon a Friday night, I wandered through the town, lost and lone and full of fright, and spooked at every sound. When suddenly a random crack within the walking trail caught my foot, and as I fell, my hand reached for the rail. And as I caught that metal bar, to keep myself upright, to my surprise, my hand had landed in something wet and white. Surely this is jizz, I said. Of that I had no doubt. And so as I removed my hand, I did produce a shout. The fuck is this, I did declare? And why did God choose me to be here and have me find come where it shouldn't be? Somehow I managed to survive the trauma of that day. And so I lived to find a path that led another way. And as I walked to that other path, again to my surprise, I found that cursed warm white goo falling from the skies! And as it landed on my face, again I had no doubt. This is fucking jizz, I yelled! And again I'd shout. Okay, really, what the fuck? Someone is stalking me to make me Sherlock Holmes to find it come where it shouldn't be! And now, my friends, I'm sad to say that these events aren't rare. Ever since that fateful day, I find calm everywhere. I've not yet found this man who stalks my neighborhood. And if I'm honest, I'd rather not. His calm tastes kind of good. Merry Christmas. Don't you just hate it when shit like that happens? It's the worst. I hate it when people leave their discarded condoms on the stage. Yo, don't you fucking hate it? Don't you fucking hate it when you want to quote something funny to your friends, but you can't because you remember it's from a gay porn? Shit happens way too often. Yo, don't you fucking hate it? Don't you fucking hate it? When you pick up a towel to dry yourself off, and then you remember you jizzed in it? That's the fucking worst! Yo, this next song goes out to my fucking haters. I've never been in a fight, so I'm not sure what to do. But if I ever got one, I'd probably lose my cool. But I've imagined being in a fight, and in those dreams I rule. Because I use this hard-ass phrase, and you can use it too. I'll suck your dick until you come out second like you're rich. I'll suck your dick two skills, you out to crank old little bitch. So when I use it short, sweet, you can use it if you please. And if sucking dick is not your thing, then maybe try one of these. I want your cock all right and hard, or fuck me in the ass. There's also a jerk you off when you just so there are some more magic words if you ever get in a fight. And if sucking dick really is your thing, then you just might have a great night. Oh. Ladies. Where are my ladies? Let's go! But if you're up against a girl, that's not my expertise. But I imagine those fights too. I use ways like these. I'll fucking baby for a wage, I'll ask for consent. And with that offering and answer, I'll listen to consent. I remember all the important things that I have to listen to. I'll fucking hook you all day long, or just I love you. What you gonna do? These phrases will throw people off, at least inside my head. But I know in reality, I may just wind up dead. Still, if you ever find yourself in a sticky situation, just drop on down and suck that dick, and you will rule the nation. Thank you very much, everybody! This is my album, it's Spotify, iTunes, wherever you listen to music. Thank you so much for coming out! Have a good night!
Oh my god, that was awesome. Wow, did you guys take all of that in? Woo, what a night, thank you so much. Wow, I'm doing this show again next month. I would love it if you all came back. There's a show after this, so you can stay if you want. We have open mics. Actually, Kevin's on the showcase next Wednesday at 7 p.m. It's a free show before the open mic. And then I'm hosting the open mic, so come on out. I love you. Thank you so much, you guys.